Hey everyone, so a quick guide to the Colca Canyon hiking based on my recent experience. So the first thing is, should you book a guided hike there? I would say absolutely not. I mean, from the places I've been to in Peru, and currently I've been in Peru for a month and a half already. This is like the place where you need any kind of guide the least. You can basically go down there butt naked with just some sunscreen and a bottle of water and you'll be fine. Yeah, so let's start with how to get to Cabana Conde from like any bigger cities. Like usually you go there from Arequipa, you can just buy a bus ticket in the main bus terminal in Arequipa, or you can use some app to do that. Like I use Red Bus all over Peru. So you are in Cabana Conde, and what's next? We can find a hostel in Cabana Conde, no problem. Just go around a bit. There's no need to plan anything. And it will probably be cheaper if you just book it at the place than if you use some app to reserve. So in hindsight, what do I think is the best way to hike this? So it's definitely not the way I did it, but yeah, I think one night at the bottom with 2 full days of hiking is the best. So if you arrive to Cabana Conde in the evening, just sleep there and start in the morning, and you just go down to Sangae on this green road or green marked path. And Sangae is like a big touristy oasis, I guess, but it's not really an oasis. It's just the bottom of the valley is green, and there are like thermal heated or just straight thermal pools. Yeah, so you can chill there for a few hours, and then move on, go up a bit, up here, and then go the route I went to Yahar, which is a very nice hotel, I guess, so slash hostel. But I really recommend this place. Maybe you may need a reservation. I'm not sure. I didn't have one. I just came in and yeah, it was 40 soles for the night. It was fine. But they asked if I had a reservation, so I don't know. Maybe they have busier times. In any case, they also have thermal pools just for the hotel there. Yeah, it's very nice. There's like small huts you can sleep in. So it would be the first day, and the second day you just go up back to Cabana Conde. It's like 1400 meters of altitude gain. So this would be two kind of almost full days, pretty much evenly split, I would say, because the first day is longer, but it has much less elevation gain. It's maybe like from Sangae, 2200 meters, and up here is like 2800. So this is longer, but with only 600 meters of elevation gain. This is shorter with 1400 meters of elevation gain. This would be if you are into hiking. If you aren't into hiking, you can spend 2 nights at the bottom. So the first day you can just go to Sangae and pretty much chill the whole day there. The next day go to Yahar, also sleep there. And actually from Yahar, or maybe from here, there might be a possibility you can actually hitch a ride back up to Cabana Conde, or maybe there are colectivos. I'm not really sure, but definitely there is a drivable road there. So and there are vehicles coming on there. So actually you might even be able to skip the hike up there from Yahar. And then third option, if you are into hiking and you want to spend 2 nights at the bottom, then you can go the direction I went, which is this way. But I wouldn't recommend going down here. Yeah, there's not much there. Actually, just go through the villages, and you actually don't save any height going down here. It's the map is quite misleading. Like the height lines are quite smoothed out. Like this is quite a big canyon, and you have to go up and down. or down and up in this case. And then here you are just 100 meters lower than on this road, pretty much. And so yeah, so I would just go through these villages, check them out, and either just go straight to Yahar or sleep at Sangae, or you can also possibly sleep at these villages. Alright, so that was how I think would be the ideal way to hike this. Now I'll just describe what I did, because I actually went into this with zero plans. I just bought the bus tickets and had 3 days for that, or I guess 3 nights. Yeah, 3 nights for that is more accurate. So yeah, I arrived at Cabanaconde at the late afternoon, evening. Found the hostel, and then I went this direction. And on the way I checked this museum. We can do as well if that's your thing. And you actually pay 70 soles as like a tourist ticket, I guess. And it's for everything you can find there. So I guess it was for the museum and for the hike, and they checked it right here. So anyway, so I just went down. Very nice views, but nothing special, just going down to the canyon. Unfortunately, there was I guess those were wasps or something close to it, so let's say a wasp nest. And yeah, I got one one sting. So I ran a bit, and I outran them. Anyway, went to this bridge, nothing special. Up to this point you can't really make a mistake. You just go on the one path that is there. But then when you start going to the villages, there's lots of paths and some houses, or I guess more like huts. So you can very easily make a mistake. So check the GPS there, because I didn't, and I just usually went on what seemed like the biggest path, which may not be the right path. So my first mistake before San Juan de Chucho, I went to the left here at this lake, because it seemed like a bigger path and I wasn't checking GPS. And yeah, that led me to a dead end. So I went back, and actually I saw a shortcut here up to this correct path, so I actually skipped the whole town. This was an accident. And then these 2 towns I skipped on purpose, but in hindsight I think it would have been better to go through them. So this path was alright, except for the small mistakes. This is inside the canyon. This isn't a mistake, I was just chilling there for a bit. And yeah, just go up here. And here I faced a decision if I'm gonna go to Sangae or I'm gonna continue. It was like 1 p.m. and so it was a bit too early for me to just call it a day. But I didn't want to go down and up again. So yeah, I decided to just move on to Yahar. So went up here to the road, and then just went to Yahar. Again, very nice view. Here I went through this village, Belen. And yeah, I before like 5 p.m. I was at Yahar. Actually, this was I think almost 27 kilometers with like 800 meters of elevation gain. So it was, I think, a bit too much for most people, and if you have one night at the bottom, I don't think there's any point of doing this part at all. Just go to Sangae and yeah, to Yahar. Anyway, so I did that. The next day I just went up. I was considering backtracking and going back to Sangae to check it out, because I wasn't there. It would be quite a bit more than what I did, but yeah, it was possible. But I just didn't want to backtrack so much. So and I also wanted to check these hot springs here. It says geyser, but it's like bubbling water. It's not really not really a geyser. But yeah, nice natural springs. Boiling, bubbling water, steaming. Definitely go check that out. And yeah, then I just went up, up. Yeah, when I went all the way up to the canyon rim, I guess rim is called. Yeah, like on these viewpoints everywhere, I could see condors flying. It was pretty nice. Yeah, and just went back to Cabana Conde. I was there at like 2:30, so a relatively short day. This was 17 kilometers, I think, and 1400 meters of elevation gain. Yeah, so that was my Colca Canyon hike. Hopefully this is helpful to someone.